Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back to the Makers Gonna Learn YouTube channel. Oh my goodness,
It's Wednesday. Happy hump day.
We're making it, y'all. Yesterday did not feel like Tuesday at all. I don't know, I felt like it was like a Thursday, Friday. So we made it halfway through the week, which is a blessing.
My week it's been crazy this week.
Yeah.
But it's good.
It's been so good.
A good kind of crazy.
We're loving it. And
yes.
honestly, y'all, we have such a great group here today. I can already tell that you all are so excited to make with us today. And I hope you brought your A game because let me tell you, y'all, as you're tuning in, get plugged in the comments. I have probably 3 techniques.
Yes.
This could be 3 separate videos if I wanted to go like hardcore in each area.
I can't wait for you all to see the craft table. It's a little overwhelming at first.
Yeah, there's a lot of goodness happening on the craft table. So this is what I want to do today. This is a little bit different. I kind of want to challenge any Makers Gonna Learn member to plug in and kind of play along with me in their own version of this. So this is gonna be a really good project for you to recreate. Here is what we're making. So just so you all know, here's the sign. What we're doing, we're using a few different fonts together. We're making an amazing sign. I have like I said, I have about 3 different techniques here. So we're going to actually turn paint into your very own stain.
You all are going to love this technique.
I love it. Then we're going to do a design space training. We're going to work with some of our Makers Gonna Learn fonts. We're going to do a dry brush technique. And a
stencil.
Yeah, we're stenciling. We're doing this little dry brush technique. And to end it all out, we're doing iron on wood. So you're going to see a lot of practical crafting on today's live stream that you haven't probably seen in the past few weeks.
And it's crafting that, yes, we are using our Cricut. Yes, we are using Makers Gonna Learn fonts and cut files. But guys, this is crafting. This is just basic crafting that everyone can use.
Yeah.
And we're so excited to bring that to you.
It's gonna be amazing. And what I really wanna hone in today is that anyone can do this. Like, we are gonna make it so obtainable for each one of you at home to make this project and really, really rock it. So I wanna see everyone present. I wanna see all the other tabs in your screen closed. Here in a moment, we're gonna jump right in and you're not gonna have time for the next hour to not miss out on, like, you've gotta stick with me. It's gonna be so good. There will be a recording of this, so that is awesome.
You're definitely gonna wanna probably go back and rewatch it.
Yeah,
so
I wanna go ahead and say, just to make this, like, give them something, if I see a Makers Gonna Learn member recreate this in the next week, so in 1 week from now, we are gonna select someone in the Makers Gonna Learn community to post one of their projects that they made, any version of this, your own state, anything like that, we're gonna send a $100 Amazon gift card just to congratulate you. So we're gonna create our own little challenge in today's video. It's a special just for our members. And I even have this available to anyone that's not a member today, which leads me into my final point before we get crafting.
Ooh, you got the deals today.
Y'all, there are so many deals today, I can't wait. You can make this project with me if you're not a member. And here's how. It's an opportunity we call our dollar deal. You may hear us talk about it. A lot of people say, I joined as a dollar member and I went to yearly, or I'm a dollar member, or I'm still on the trial. That is our dollar membership. So for the next few days, you have the opportunity to say yes to our dollar deal. Lauren, in the dollar deal.
The dollar deal is probably my favorite.
It's my favorite.
Yeah, I mean.
The results, the testimonies, the progress people make through saying yes to the dollar deal, seeing that we actually live up to what our promise is, which I know a lot of you are not sure about memberships. This trial will help you understand we are the real deal, but you get 20 downloads of your choice. So you get 20 credits. When you say yes to the dollar deal, you get 20 credits, which equals 5 cents a download. That's incredible.
That's insane.
So you can download all of the assets today and have some to spare for yourself. So you can get the few fonts, you can get the one cut file, you're gonna be able to recreate that, send it to us, email it in, and you'll be able to be entered to win that. We're gonna pick someone at random. You could be an existing member, you could say yes to dollar deal today and take advantage. So we're so excited. Hey, Leanne!
I was laughing a while ago. She said, can you please tell my boss that I need to focus on you and not my actual work?
Yes, Leanne, take that extended lunch break today. I give you that. You'll make it up at some other time. Sweat equity, am I right?
Yeah.
I love it. Oh my goodness. Well, this is so good. Lauren, is there any comments? Anybody got anything
Everybody has just been saying, hey,
hello,
so glad
everyone.
to catch a live. As far as other than that, we're just saying hi, getting caught up.
Yes.
I mean, I like to sit here and chit chat. You know, I love a chit chat.
I do too. But Lauren also knows that I have school pickup line. Like, it's my duty today. So we got to get moving. So I'm going to head over to the craft table. We're going to chat as we get going, and it's going to be so good. Now, Tina says, once you say yes to the dollar deal, you will totally go ahead and get the yearly membership. Tina knows that that is how it works. Like, here's the deal, y'all. You're going to say yes to dollar deal today. You get 30 days to try it out, see if you like it, 20 credits of your choice. After that, you can say, you know what? It's not for me. You can cancel it anytime you want, no pressure. But you get to keep those 20 downloads, which is incredible. So you get to take something, or you become a monthly member, or you become a yearly member, whichever one you want.
So real quick, Michaela asked, does Maker's Gonna Learn have more fonts than just Cricut? So our fonts are not specifically Cricut fonts.
Correct.
They are fonts that can be used really for any die cutting machine.
Any design program, any machine, all of that, it is available for you to use, which we are super excited about. Now, if we're on the main camera where you can see me, hello, I don't have red dots anymore, so it's a little harder. Are we on that screen? Awesome. There's a lot on the table today. I just want to go ahead and say there's a lot on the table today. I have made this, our team, really, I say me, our team has made this to be as amazing as possible for you, to walk with me through truly the beginning to the end. Our goal is to go from here to the finished we just took a look at really quickly. Like, that is our goal today in the next 50 minutes to do that. More like 35 minutes probably. So we're gonna do it together, and it's gonna be incredible. Now, to get started, let's go overhead, and I'm going to point at some supplies. I'm going to get you guys really familiar with what we're doing today. Today, I'm really excited for this. It's not very often that in the 1st of February, we kick off with such a great advanced project. I believe Miss Alicia, who was live with you yesterday, she made the sample and she kind of took lead on this project. So this is just an example of what Alicia is bringing to the table, which I love, of her amazing ideas. So first things first, you have this frame here. It's from Hobby Lobby. This is a pre-made frame. You could make your own. It's from the wood pile, $14.99 before a coupon or discount. It's an 18 by 11 inch frame. I know you guys are going to ask, I'm just going to try to bring this up and let you see.
Now, the good part about this is with our technique that we have, this was already pre-made. This is just what Caitlin got.
Yes, but I'm about to do a little.
Decided to kind of make it her own.
Heck yeah,
so
I love
if you are to go get a sign, you can get one that's completely plain Jane. Like, you don't have to get this exact one.
Exactly.
Please know that.
Yeah. Next up, let's talk material as in vinyl. So we're using white adhesive vinyl, and we're using black heat transfer vinyl today. And there's transfer tape on the table, but guess what? Y'all don't need it. So I just tossed it on the floor because we got to simplify these supplies, if you know what I'm saying. So I love it. Craft and Wife, love the new set. Yay! After that, you're going to need a heat gun if you're impatient. Impatient crafters need a heat gun. Tanner Bell needs a heat gun. You probably do too. Next up is your mini EasyPress. We are going to use heat transfer vinyl on the wood today. You don't have to. I just like to. Like, it's my favorite technique. So we're using that. Next up, let's talk paint. So I have 2 paints we're using today. One is a white chalk paint. Love, love, love chalk paint. 2 is a basic acrylic paint in the color Espresso Bean. Espresso Bean. So that's awesome. Next up, we have some basic Cricut tools, which we'll talk about as we weed. You've got a sanding block today. You've got a tape measure. Everything else is pretty basic. You'll need a Cricut mat. And we're doing 2 paintbrush, one for our dry brush and one for our staining. So let's go ahead and dive right in to today's project, which we are going to stay overhead, and we're actually going to go ahead and start our staining process. So let me get the finished one right here real quick, just so you can kind of see what we're going for. So as you see here, this is darker than here. What we're going to do is just kind of stain over this and let it dry. So how you make your own stain with paint, again, really simple, nothing crazy. You're going to take your cup, you're going to add some of your paint in here. Now, Lauren, I'm just going to be real with you. There's no real There's no real metric.
There's no measurements. There's no rhyme or reason for this. This is really just
we're diluting
whatever
it.
feels right.
Yeah.
So we're just diluting it to the color that you want, and you can start off with not as much water.
Yes.
And add more if you think it's too dark, and just make sure you brush out that spot that was a little darker. Or take a paper towel and wipe it.
Yes. So what we're doing is I'm just going to stir this real good because I want this to combine really, really well. At first, you're going to sit here and you're going to say, holy cow, Tanner, I have made a mess. This is awful. It's not combined well, anything like that. And if you're sitting here and saying, Tanner, I need a heat gun, but all I got is a hairdryer, let me tell you, my friend, the hairdryer will be amazing. We got you.
So the actual heat gun that we use is it a DeWalt?
It's a Wagner. I love Wagner.
Okay. So that's the one that we use. I'm sure, honestly, knowing us, we probably got it off Amazon.
Oh yeah, or Home Depot, or anything like that. I'm gonna add a little bit more water because I really want mine to be not just thin paint, but I want mine to be like, I still want to see the wood grain. I want everything to be really combined well. So look at us. We're being economical today.
We're and doing today.
We're not having to waste any time, any money, going to the store. We are making our own something. So now that I feel pretty confident, you can kind of, for our friends that have worked with stain before, this is really, like you'll be able to know when you're there. I think I'm there, and here's the scary part. Now notice I have paper towel close by, so don't worry. We're just gonna kind of go for it. So what I mean by go for it, look at that. Look at this. So see, we're making it a little bit darker. I think this is perfect. So I'm just going to continue staining this away. You could let this air dry, or you could, go ahead and heat set it. Either one will be perfect. But Lauren, what is everyone doing today? Like, how are our fellow crafters? I feel like it's been a minute.
It has. I feel like, but with us, it has been a minute.
Do you have any
Andrew says, every time I watch a live show, I find something else to purchase. I'm going to have to go buy a heat gun now.
I fully support heat gun purchases. Just to let everyone know, Tanner will support you in that purchase.
Well, I mean, it's the good part about it is a heat gun is not necessary for this project.
No, it's not.
But heat guns are so useful in so many different aspects too. And
I mean, we're always grabbing it here, but we, at our studio, we're making 4 or 5 projects a day.
So when you have a lot of projects that you have to get done, say you work a full-time job and your craft day is Saturday, and you have orders that you have to get done, or you have stuff you have to get done for friends, like having
Valentine's Day is coming
up. Allows you to get it done quick.
Yes.
And do multiple projects.
Now, y'all, if you notice the stain, this is not going to be like an everyday stain look. This is like more rustic. Like, I'm going for a more rustic look. I'm wanting some of these brush strokes not to look perfect. That is kind of like the vibe of our project. Just bringing in our finished one real quick. This is our, this is what we're looking for. We're not looking for perfection at all.
We're going for that weathered look.
Yeah. So we'll end up sanding this at the end. There's, like I said, we could probably make this one training multiple videos if we wanted, but we don't want to because you guys are go rock it with us. Now, let me just reiterate. Let's go to that main camera while we let that dry for a second. I want you all to know, you may just be tuning into our training today, and I told everyone at the beginning, if you are a Makers Learn member and want to recreate this with me, in 1 week, we are going to pick a member or a friend who is a member and recreated this to win a $100 gift card. That's pretty awesome to give you all like a little additional challenge, a little opportunity to say, hey, I want to tackle some of these like extra steps that Tanner's talking about that I haven't gave myself the time to do. Let this be that opportunity. Let this be that opportunity. And if you're here saying, Tanner, I'm not a member, like, I love your YouTube channel. I love the techniques you have. I have a free day Saturday. My friend, I want to invite you to our dollar deal. Our dollar deal is there for you to try our membership for $1. It's the super secret crafter saver plan for $1. Like, it's unbelievable. 20 downloads for $1. So that's incredible. You can read all about it. We have it linked down below. It's the green hearts. So that is awesome. So you'll be able to download everything you need for this project, being that dollar member, because you get 20 downloads. And I think we're using 3 fonts and we're using 1 cut file. So 4 of your downloads will go towards this project. but you'll still have 16 of your own to choose from. So we are super excited about that. So if you're interested in Dollar Deal, drop me a comment. I want to welcome anyone to the membership if they've joined today or recently. We're super excited to have you. Congratulations to all our fellow members. That's awesome.
We've had so many friends that have said this is our first time catching us live. I'm trying to get it back to everyone. Like my little fingers are working away over here, but I'm feeling the love today. Like really feeling the love.
Yeah, you all are incredible. Thank you so much. We're so excited you said yes to membership. We just came off a huge enrollment period with our company, and I just want to say thank you for another amazing year here at Makers Learn. Our team is, again, now more than ever ready to serve you. It is so fun. So Amy says, go for it. The membership is so helpful. Thanks, Amy. All right, so I did a quick heat set. Like that does not take long when you have this really, this is a big heat gun. Like
well, not only that, but watering down that paint
makes it like dry like that.
I mean, it dries so much faster than the stain. Yeah. Well, I don't want to say so much faster, but it makes a difference.
You can tell there's water in there, which I really like that matte look that you get when you do kind of like the paint stain. Like it's a totally different look, which I am super excited about. So let's hop over to the share screen because now we've got to talk about our designing, and here is our dollar deal. So it's 2 buttons really to say yes to the dollar deal. You click the link on the YouTube, and then right here you get instant access. Here's the deal: 30 days, 20 downloads in our amazing supportive community. You will love it. You know, you may have bought a Cricut, you need help, you could read some of these testimonials, they're incredible, but again, no more, you know, trying to spread yourself too thin. We've got you covered with so many amazing things. I love it. Megan says, started with the dollar membership, then became yearly before it was up. And my friends, that shows me that Megan found the right membership, she gave it a shot, and she knew that she felt 100% confident and the team at Makers Learn to serve her. So that is awesome. Jamie says, hello, joined in November. Best thing I could ever done because I was so lost. So definitely go ahead. You can click the orange get instant access for $1. Click that right there, my friends. Boom, you're gonna be able to fill out your registration, get your favorite credit, debit, PayPal. It's only $1, Lauren. That's incredible. No commitment, cancel at any time. If after 30 days you do not cancel, you will be billed $19.99, but you'll have unlimited downloads. So that's kind of the perk. Like you'll be able to download everything and there's no limits. Like we literally take off any restrictions when you're a regular member. So
and not only do you get unlimited downloads, you can use that for commercial licensing, meaning that you can make your crafts and sell them with no repercussion.
After you're a year member, for sure, you'll be able to do that. So yes, you'll be able to upgrade or become a regular monthly member, have unlimited downloads, have the Facebook group, and so much more. So we love that. But look right here, y'all. This is what we're about to design. So this is it. I love this. This is like store-bought, Lauren, and you're making it in your house. You're able to design it really quickly, all with a few fonts and one cut file. So I'm gonna share with you, I have all of those assets over here. I'm gonna go over what fonts we're working with because I know a lot of you have questions and I wanna make sure that I kind of honor that for you today. So let's talk about the Ridley family, established 2017, and the home, okay? Those right there is Winded. This is our font, Winded. Winded is the font we use for that. I love it. And you guys know one of my favorite techniques is mixing a basic text font with a beautiful cursive font. And again, that is what we have done today. So what we have done for this font is we are using the font Taylor. So the Taylor font is our cursive. And then up here for the Ridley family, established, and home, we are using the font Winded. Okay, that is incredible. We love that. Excuse me. Our homes, sorry about that. So right here, the Ridley family is Winded, and then our homes, these are Dixie, and then this is Taylor. Now y'all, you could just do Winded for the homes too. Don't feel like you have to use Dixie. That's just what we did. and it is a lot of fun. Yolanda, if you're a Makers Gonna Learn member, we have a training that teaches you how to upload the fonts. It's really simple, my friend. I'll show you. If you're a member, say you download the Taylor font, then you open that zip file right here. It's going to give you the font file. Double click, 1, 2, and you can click Install Font. Boom, Taylor's installed. Woohoo! Lauren, that took what, 10 seconds? Mm-hmm. Love that. So she's installed now. That's awesome. You can see we kind of are font hoarders here, but we have a reason. Mm-hmm. These are all our own fonts. I love Ballin'. I love Atta Girl. I have to show you my favorite font. Lauren, do you have a favorite font?
Not yet, but I know what yours is.
Oh, mine's Barefoot Joanna.
Oh, see, I was going to say Addie Kate.
I love Addie Kate too, but Barefoot Joanna is probably like my all-time go-to. Yeah. So this is incredible. So Yolanda, after it's uploaded, here's the secret. You ready for the secret, my friend? After it's uploaded to your computer, all you got to do is go over here. Lauren taught me this hack. You would go to just right here at View, and you would click Reload.
But make sure you save your project, because there's a chance you could lose all of the work you've done. If you have a cut file already in Design Space and
scary,
you reload, there's a chance. Yeah.
You're talking scary stuff. So you just click Reload, and that font will now be in there. And just to share with you where to find it is, if after you pick font, look under System. These are all the fonts on your system. And you could even search. So I could search Taylor over here, and you'll see there's that Taylor font that we installed together, which is super simple. So let's kind of jump into setting this up. It's not hard at all, but the first thing you need to do is grab your state from the Makers Gonna Learn website. All of our states have writing on it. So we're just gonna simplify this real quick. I like to rotate it a little bit just to straighten it up. Love that. And then when you're ready, you can click Contour and learn. This is the easiest technique. Click Hide All Contour. You're getting rid of it all. Y'all, look at that. One button, press the X, boom, she gone. Love it.
There you go.
That's awesome. Fantastic. You can scale that up. I'm going to change this to brown. So there's that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to move our establish. I just have these in a few different text boxes. I'm going to move this right down here. So establish 2017. Boom. Now we're going to grab the, I'm going to move these up. I'm going to grab the Ridley family and place it right here. So right over top our state, just like so. Love that. Okay, I'm going to make sure that these are sent to the front. So send to front, send to front. And now we can place sweet, also needs to be arranged send to front. And notice how I'm just kind of playing around. Like there's no rhyme, there's no exact reason for what I'm doing. I'm just kind of placing as I go. This is what I'm kind of thinking. I want it to be big and bold, so I'm just going to place that here. Love that. And I'm going to move my established over a hair. And then we're going to bring this home over, and we're going to scale it up. Love that. Oops. So select your home. Love it. And then let's select your home over here. Notice there's a lot going on. Now, y'all, there's a lot. So I want to make sure, let me share a hack with you. So say we don't have this home, because I'm like, how do I make sure these homes are the same size? Here's the secret. You don't. Delete this home. Done with her. Look at this. This is a hack that I wish I thought about more often. Take this one, press duplicate, boom. Yes. Lauren, didn't even have to resize, didn't have to think about it. Got a successful setup. Now we drag it over and place it, which I love. So I highly recommend y'all to work smarter, not harder. That is kind of part of our philosophy here at Makers Gonna Learn too, which we love. So now that we have all of this set up. It'll be so good. Carol has a great question. I love that.
I know, but we also have another one too.
Oh, we got two. Carol's. Okay, well let me finish the training so no one gets lost, and then we'll take both questions together. Yes. Okay, I want you to press down on Shift and start selecting all of your text boxes. So select your text boxes, and then you can click on, all your text boxes. Okay. Now that all your black is selected. You see, all of this is together. We are going to press, you could press a few things. You could press weld, but since they're not overlapping all these different layers, we can just select attach, okay? That means I could change it. So attach is a paper clip option that is going to make it temporary. But when you select attach, it's still going to cut all together, which is beautiful. So boom, attach. Now it's attached. So now when we are ready to cut, I'm going to get one to be the state, beautiful, and one to be this awesome text box we just designed. And you'll now know what we did with that together. So we would now need to size it. And what we did was we were able to go ahead and measure our frame, and we were able to put those sizes into our software, so we didn't have to guess how it was going to look once it's made and designed. I hope that makes sense. I love, love, love doing these live trainings to answer your questions. So I went probably a little bit faster than I normally would if I was only focusing on design space training today. But we have a few other techniques to get to. So I want to be respectful of your time. I know we have a lot of advanced Cricut users here today. So if you are like, Tanner, I'm with you, give me a thumbs up. Drop me an emoji, because we do now have 2 questions. So Lauren, what is our questions? I'm going to get a drink of water.
Okay.
I'm so excited.
So, well, now that I see that there's a couple. Where did it go?
I love it.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Carol said, I'm in California.
Hi, Carol.
That's the one you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Should I turn my sign or make the state small?
Okay, I would probably turn this state. I would turn the sign, and here's what I would do. I would turn the state and just focus on the same styling. And if you're wanting to go more rustic, here in the South, we're always about farmhouse.
Oh, yeah.
You could make this clean with California. I don't know. But just
it's
instead
very
of
modern would be nice.
Ooh, I could see this very modern too. I love it. Make it your own. I want to encourage you to make this your own with your state. Pennsylvania, there's some really funny states here. So this will be part of your challenge. We were challenged by the state of Tennessee, and we ended up with this. So consider this part of your challenge too. Right, my friend? She's going to put the state of California. I'm going to give my friend, what was her name?
Carol.
Carol. This is what I would do. Lauren can tell you what she would do. State of California is going to be more centered to the left, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. And then I would do text, bam, bam, bam. Yes. I would do the words, one word, going down. And then established would be more towards that bottom. So that's personally what I would do. You could do the Griffith family. You could take some of this away. You don't have to have the established. You don't have to have the last name of the family. You don't have to have home sweet home. You could put just the Griffith family, and you could put a heart on where your city is in California. Make this your own, my friends. Today's video is to inspire you to get up out of your office or your bed and get crafting. So, Lauren, do you have any other guidance of what you would do with the state of California? Is there anything else?
I like the idea.
Okay.
I like what you said. We also have a lot of friends that are not from the state.
Oh, we've got...
And we want, that Amazon gift card is something that we can send to anybody.
We can send it to anybody, anywhere, as I knock Lauren's camera down.
As I'm swinging back and forth.
She's swaying, y'all. She's swaying. If you're not from the States, guess what? We can send that gift card to Canada. We can send that gift card to Russia. We can send it to wherever you're at. But we'll get you covered.
I think, so... Do we have, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think we have specific countries.
We don't have I can't speak towards how many countries we do or do not have, but that is a good thing to note, where we could start adding some of these basic outlines of countries and different parts of the world on here. So I love that. We could do the Canadian, like different, I can't think of the word, providences. Anyway, we could add some of those if we haven't already. So I love it.
But for this challenge, I would say, because for you all, it's literally a free for all.
Yeah.
And then Barbara also asked,
Barbara,
to enter the contest, do we have to use the exact same fonts and words
no!
as you?
Oh my gosh.
This is just a challenge. Like, let's make a sign.
Make something. Let's make a sign. Let's use some of these techniques. There's going to be a few techniques here, Lauren. You've got the paint, watered down stain. You're about to have the dry brush, which we're about to dive into, or you have the heat transfer vinyl on the wood. So whatever one, maybe you're going to be going all out with all of them. I want to just honor you if you're like, Tanner, I'm doing it all. Like, I'm going to recreate this. You've inspired me. I love that. That's what we're here to do, y'all. That's how we gauge. A lot of our craft producers, their KPIs and performance indicators is how many projects you feel confident to recreate. If you're recreating projects that I'm teaching, that means our team did their job, that our team prepared it, I taught it the right way, and that's what we're all about. We are only about your results. So whatever you end up making, as long as you're getting crafty with us, that's our goal here, and that's kind of our heart. So our sign is from Hobby Lobby. I did a little stain on it already. It's already dry. And if you're a member, I want to see it in the Facebook group. If you're a Dollar Deal member, submit that project to me via email. So woohoo! Now I cut out the state. So right here, this is the state I had already saw sized in Cricut Design Space. So once you had attached, you'd have 2 layers. You'd have 2 layers there. One would be the state of Tennessee, and then one would be all of your other text. I've already pre-cut that out, again, to respect our time today, because we're about to have a weeding segment, because I know a lot of my friends are struggling with weeding, okay? So I got you. This is my state. I'm using my state today as a reverse stencil. So typically a stencil would be the other piece of this, the outer edge. We're using the actual state as our reverse stencil today. So now let's go overhead to the overhead camera, and I'm just going to kind of place this down. You know, you can place this wherever you want. I'm going to start, you have to be pretty precise because you only got one shot. No pressure, right, Lauren?
No pressure at
But this looks good. Love this. State of Tennessee, honestly, is pretty easy to work with. It's not bad. So we're going to apply that down. You could brayer it. You could do whatever you want. No big deal.
Yolanda, we are just using just regular vinyl right now. This is just for our stencil.
Yeah, this is good. So
you could use the removable vinyl or permanent.
Either one, we got you covered. This is my chalk paint today from Art Minds. You could use Americana Decor chalky finish. You could use whatever paint you want. I do want to encourage a matte and a chalky chunky paint. So I'm going to grab my paintbrush. This is the size brush I'm using. Guys, I love these brushes. If you see these on Amazon, if you see them at Michael's, like, I love these. We're going to take kind of a good amount of paint. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I'm going to use quite a bit, but I'm also going to focus in on it being dry brush. So I'm going to take some of that paint off. And then we're just going to start from one corner over here. We're just going to start dry brushing it up. Look at this. Now you see, not a lot of paint here. So look, you can kind of take a little off and then work it in. You can take some of the paint off if it gets too much, no worries. Around the edges, I want it to be pretty thick and then kind of flurry up. So I'm going to make sure I get the outer parts of the state really good. Now, Lauren, I want this to be a little messy.
And it's all part of that.
But I want to let you all know I'm one of those people that overthink it too. So like, I'm going to get really quiet here in a minute when I'm going to be like, oh no, I ruined it. But really, it's kind of what you're wanting to go for. So see, no rhyme or reason, I'm doing really good. But towards that end, I'm going to be like, whoa, it's too, now it's too much over here. So look, I forgot to take some paint off because I started talking to y'all. So look, I'm just going to try to, brush that out. I'm going to start doing some more dry brush technique because I love the look of dry brush over here. I'm going to start drying it off, picking up some of this excess paint, drying it off. Love that. Love, love, love.
So this specific paint, did we get this from?
This is Art Mine, so I believe it was from Michael's.
Okay.
Yeah, this is from Michael's. So you can just kind of go with it.
So what he's doing now, this is just the dry brush technique, so we can get that distressed look.
Yes.
If you all don't like the distressed look, like you said earlier, a lot of people, especially here in the South, are super into the farmhouse look, and that kind of goes along with that. Like if I was talking personally, like I'm more of a modern. Like I
clean
like
edges.
modern, so I would do clean edges for mine, personally.
Yeah.
But that is completely, that's the beauty of art and creativity, and you literally making this your own.
This paintbrush is not the best one I would recommend for this technique. I think we used a different one, but when I was prepping and talking about this project, I didn't think about the dry brush technique too much. So what I'm doing now is I'm kind of getting some of these edges, like I'm going sideways with it, which is also a great technique. So if you're got a paintbrush that you're like, oh, this does not look good with dry brush, what am I doing? Turn it to the side, and then I'm kind of liking this dry brush edge a lot better.
Or if you get into it like Tanner has, correct me if I'm wrong, this is what I've always done, is you can, with that paint, get your paintbrush wet and feather those edges out a little bit too.
Oh, so you're saying like stretch it out?
No, just like the edges of the paint where you want that more weathered look. You can take that wet brush.
So you like doing it with a wet brush?
I like to dry brush it first and then take my wet brush and kind of...
We'll do that.
And then I don't feather my edges, I guess, more so.
I love it. I mean, either way, you can do this either way you want. Like, you can see here, I'm trying to get a more consistent look around the middle. Like, I want it to be pretty white around the middle, and then as we get to these edges, have a little bit more fun with it, which I love. You could even go to like have as much fun as getting some of these like part of it. You could be as clean or as messy as you want to get. So I just want to encourage you, that is where it's going to be part of it. And personally, I get the most overwhelmed when I get towards the end of it and I'm like, oh my gosh, this does not look like what I want it to look like. But as we continue on, you're going to see it's just going to come together.
Okay, so our friend Creative Art Spark, I want to really highlight this comment.
Oh, I love it.
She said, I just wanted to chime in about the commercial license for those that are hanging out on the fence about membership.
Ooh.
In December, I sold 11 3D nativities without any worries about our selling policies. And
I love that.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Creative Spark. I mean, were you able to pay for membership just through those in 1 month?
Oh my gosh, she better be able to with those 11 nativity scenes is a lot.
3D nativity scenes.
3D, whew. Go her. I love that. Love, love, love it. Okay, so just going around. There's some areas that I want to try your technique, Lauren. So I'm going to get some water here in a minute. I'm going to get some water after I clean up some of this. I might be putting too much paint on my brush because I'm too excited, but I'm about to do Lauren's technique where she was talking about getting some water, just because like I actually love that we got some paint over here because we'll be able to sand this out and I'll kind of teach you how to work with some of this. But as it dries, you can see this part is drying, and I was worried that it wasn't going to be as dry brushed when it was wet. So as you see, as it dries, it actually will end up looking more
like the dry brush.
More like a dry brush than you would expect. So what I'm going to do now, Lauren, I've got this cup right here. You want me to grab some water?
Yep.
Look at this. This is going to be good, y'all. So we've grabbed some water. Just go grab some right about here.
Now swirl your brush around.
Swirling my brush around in here.
And take the paper towel and dry it off.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Pretty good dried off.
I'm gonna get some new paper towel, y'all. This is what I'm talking about. Like, we could have done a whole video just about dry brushing.
Now, get those edges.
Now I'm getting my edges. Look at this. So you have more, are you saying you have more control when you get the edges?
I feel like with that.
I love that. I love that. So see, you're getting a little bit and you're just able to fine tune some of the edges way better than if you had a super, super wet brush, which is awesome. And again, we're gonna sand some of this, so it's no big deal either. Because I want to talk to you guys. I have too much paint right here, in my opinion. I have too much paint right here, and I have a thick amount right here. no worries. We're gonna actually sand that out and sand our issues out. So we're gonna make this as grunge or as clean or as perfect as we want. So that is super fun. I love that you all have a lot of options to work with today. So that's about as dry brush. I mean, it was messy. Like, this looks like a hot mess.
So she did get Creative Art Spark she said, well, I priced them too low.
It's okay.
So I didn't cover the membership, but next year we'll revisit.
Yes,
Listen,
she's going to start selling something for Easter. Yeah. Like, you could rock that. That's incredible. Or just enjoy it. Valentine's Day.
As a parent myself,
that has no time to make Valentine's Day.
But I want my child to have those handmade Valentines for the class.
Yes.
Because I want to be that extra mom.
Yeah.
I want to be that mom that's extra.
Lauren, Courtney is also making our kids. So, I mean, you're just going to have to sit down and make Ashers.
I've not even started.
How many kids
But I'm at that point right now, like, I would pay someone to make them. Yeah. And, like, do a good job, gladly pay someone.
But Lauren's also the mom to stay up all night on December 13th or February 13th and make perfect Valentine's Day
like I did
favors. Yep. Just like all the other times.
All of his Valentine's boxes and everything that I've done.
I love it. I love it. So now that we're letting this dry, I want to share with you how I do this. So you want to peel this up pretty, like, if it's the wetter, the better, in my opinion. So you just start with an edge. I'm using a weeding tool. So you just peel this up and then boom. Look at this. Look at this. Look, Lauren, some of our stains came up naturally, which I love, so we don't have to sand it. Look at that. I know, look. Because we use StarCraft, so it's like technically a permanent vinyl, but you can yank up anything. Boom. Now y'all might be like, no, Tanner, this looks too white here, too white there, anything like that. We're gonna be able to fix a lot of this. So we'll be able to sand it out any area we don't love. So that'll be awesome. That is so fun. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna jump right into a weeding tutorial. How many of y'all are worried about weeding HTV? If you're worried about weeding HTV, what I wanna encourage you to do is put it on a mat. My favorite way to do that, because this will be your third hand. So once you have your third hand keeping your design in place, what we're going to do is we're just gonna start weeding out this outer edge first. And yes, someone said I was gonna make them cringe. I get it. Like, trying to do this design, like make a dry brush technique, is not easy. I wanna see you do it. So once you start weeding this right here, let's just go ahead and do that outer edge. There is no perfect weeding technique that I can tell you other than slow and steady. If you watch me weed, it's because we have perfected our setting. It's because we're weeding on the mat, and you can kind of just play around with it as you go. So look at this, boom. Just kind of slowly weeding. If you all have any questions about weeding, go ahead and drop those in the comments so that Lauren and I can get to those. We're super excited.
Creative Art Spark, she commented, Lauren, you've got to learn the talent of keeping it simple. Simple, unfortunately, is not in my vocabulary. No. I wish it was. I wish it was.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Okay, so look at this. We're just weeding away. The smaller letters definitely need to have the most love. If I could give any tip, when you're weeding these smaller letters, you want to just go slow and steady. But let me tell you, weeding heat transfer vinyl versus weeding your like actual adhesive back vinyl, totally different story. Like, those are two totally different techniques. So I just want you to be mindful of that. Praise God for a lid on that water bottle. So now we're just go weed this up. Boom. Notice the times I grab my weeding tool. Notice I'm also holding all of the excess because this is a big design. I like to do that so I don't get confused. So as I pull, I mean, I'm giving some good force here. Boom. So this piece is now going in the trash. While I'm weeding, we're about to be ready to heat transfer vinyl down. So we will go ahead and go to level 3 with our mini EasyPress. I personally love heat transfer vinyl with a mini EasyPress. Okay. So we're just doing this. We're going to do some inner pieces. Are there any weeding specific questions?
Actually, I was fixing to say. Nicole says,
hey,
sometimes
Nicole.
when I weed the design, or sometimes when I weed, the design comes up with the vinyl that I'm removing. What am I doing wrong?
There's a few different things we could hit there. Do we know if she's talking heat transfer or regular adhesive vinyl? I assume adhesive vinyl.
Nicole, let us know if you're talking heat transfer.
Heat transfer.
Or I was trying to put transfer and or together.
Yes, I love it.
Or permanent vinyl.
Okay, so let's talk adhesive vinyl first, because I have more trouble with adhesive vinyl. I assume our friend Nicole does too.
Everyone has so much more trouble with adhesive.
I want to encourage any friend that is here today saying, Tanner, I struggle with adhesive vinyl weeding. I want them to go watch a video that I have that is on the Makers Learn channel, and it talks about reverse weeding. And reverse weeding is the technique of pretty much weeding like heat transfer vinyl. You take a completely unweeded design, you apply transfer tape over the unweeded design, and you work backwards. The reason why heat transfer vinyl is easier, my friends, now stick with me, this is hard to talk about without visual, is because this is sticky. This transfer is sticky and it's keeping your vinyl in place. And that's why reverse weeding is so powerful, because it's going to keep your design in place and let you remove those pieces you don't want. So I highly recommend reverse weeding, especially for complex designs. But tips for regular day weeding, always burnish your vinyl down to the backer, again, to kind of keep it down so it doesn't want to come up. After the vinyl has been agitated by the blade, it's ready to come up. Like that blade has cut, that vinyl up, it's ready to come up. So you got to press that back down. So that's my favorite tip.
Also, another game changer for me personally was realizing that weeding on the mat.
Third hand. I mean,
makes
beautiful.
Such a big difference.
So good. So good. I think after weeding super small designs on infusible paper, my next vinyl weed is going to be a breeze. Yes, and weeding on infusible ink is a totally different technique. So it's just hard to be changing it up for each one occasionally. So now that we have did that, we're going to heat set this again, and then I'm about to go sand it before we transfer this down.
Now, Kat did touch on one of the things that I thought might be an issue for Nicole, especially if you're doing permanent vinyl.
Yeah.
If your design is coming up with the stuff, with what you are weeding, there is a good chance that you may need to up the pressure just a tad bit more, but then you also run into
not good quality cuts, and it depends.
It's just playing around with your material that you have, because all material truly is different.
Yeah, I think, if we were on a FaceTime call with you right now, it'd be a lot easier to be like, oh, this is what I would think. Like, ask you some questions and go back and forth for an amazing solution. But okay. All right. This has been heat set. It's pretty warm right now. We're going to let that cool off for a second. I'm going to clean up my craft table just to get some of this out of the way. I have my paint. I mean, y'all, we are blowing through this. It's only $2.19, and we're almost done with the whole project.
You've killed it.
I mean, this has been awesome. I'm loving this. Are our friends enjoying this? Like, how is everyone doing? Let us know if you're like, Tanner, I need more of these advanced projects. Or, Tanner, can we go back to what? Can we go back some? Can we simplify it? Because we've got projects, we're gonna mix these in. Yesterday you got to see Alicia kill it making some of those 3D paper flowers. Today you got to see another advanced project. So if you're still looking for some of those principles and working on that foundation, the year membership has that 30-day challenge to master your Cricut. So you can go through that challenge and just work on some of those basic principles and things. This is right here available to you if you're a year member. We love that. Tina says, I love it in my Tanner voice. That is awesome, my friend Tina. You're incredible. We love having you, and it is awesome. So what are your thoughts on using the light box to assist weeding more intricate designs like mandalas? Yes, if that helps you, go for it. Do what is best for you, my friend. I support it all. So that's awesome. Creative Art Spark says, more advanced projects, please. I love that. All right, before we do our heat transfer vinyl on our wood, which is one of my favorite techniques, this is preheated. We're just gonna do some sanding. We're gonna rough this up some. We're just gonna sand it up. So I'm just sanding this up. The reason I'm doing this first is because I don't want to get my my vinyl dusty. So I'm actually going to get this like a damp paper towel after this to try to help clean this up a little. But I'm just going to give this some love. I like to go against the grain. So the grain's this way today. I like to go against it and just help sand it.
What grit sandpaper are you using?
This is a pretty light grit. I need a little bit more actually if in a dream world, but I'm gonna make this work. So I would say this is like an 80. I'd like 160 for being quite honest.
Right.
But it's okay. I didn't even think about it before the live. So as you can see, we can make this. We're gonna take some away. Like see, I just took some away here. I'm gonna take some away here.
Phil says Alicia did great yesterday. I was super proud of her. Phil, we're super proud of her too.
We're super proud of Alicia.
She is such an amazing asset to the team, as is all of our new people.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, we love it. Alicia's our newest team member, I think. So yeah, she's killing it. She's awesome. She actually made the wreath from yesterday. So we just kind of threw her in, and again, super sweet. We all were kind of spread thin yesterday. I had some meetings pop up that I could not reschedule, and I was like, well, now's your time to shine, my friend.
Yep.
And we coached her, and she, I mean, really didn't need any coaching at all. She just kind of did it. So she's awesome. Her and Courtney. So I've got some here, here, here. You know, you can do as much or as little as you want. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take a piece of paper towel or two. We're gonna kind of just dust this off. Okay, so we're gonna dust this off. I'm gonna get this over the trash can 1 second. Get the trash can closer to me 1 second. I'm gonna kind of dust that off in the trash. And then what I was talking about was grabbing another piece of paper towel right here, getting my handy dandy water bottle. Who knew this live stream? I've used it 3 different times.
I know.
The dry brush, the staining, and now this. This will help us clean up our entire frame. Look at that. Look at this. Love it. Feel free to use rubbing alcohol too to clean up your design. It brings it back to what it truly looks like. This is a really rustic Grinch sign. Let me tell you, if you're gonna sell these, you will become a pro at these techniques. All these techniques you are gonna be able to really level up in pro status at. So don't even worry. Like you're like, Tanner, I don't know if I can do it. Yes, you can do it. You will make your own techniques you didn't even know was a technique. Okay, I'm gonna heat set this really quickly. And I hope there's at least one person here today that's like, Tanner, I wanna learn heat transfer vinyl on wood because I love, love, love heat transfer vinyl on wood.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, how many friends do we have here today? Anybody know?
We have
189? Yep. Love it. Okay, out of our friends live here, or if you're watching recorded, I want to know, out of all of you here, I would like to know what, if you've ever ironed on wood before or not. If you have not ironed on wood before, I want this to be, again, that challenge for you to be like, I'm ready to try it. Because I'm so excited for all of you at home to do it. Lauren, I'm so proud of this right here. Wow, this looks so good. Look at the close call we had. But look at that. That's awesome.
So Yolanda asked, do we need to sand it? You don't have to sand it.
No.
That is a personal preference. That is part of the design that we were going for.
Yes.
But
I love it.
Campbell's Collect. I just love HTV, period.
Yay.
We were talking about period.
Okay, I've got a lot of friends saying, whoa, I've never done this. I've not done this. Never, never, not. Y'all, this is gonna be good. So notice how I laid it down. Notice how I cleaned my wood. It's a sanded piece of wood. It feels good. I mean, it's painted on, it's stained on. This is gonna be like, you're gonna look at this and be like, if Tanner can do it, I can do it, all right? So never done it. Okay, if you sublimated on wood, you could totally do this too. Here's what level 3. We're gonna work, you know, a little at a time. Again, this is sanded, this is painted, this is stained. The mini EasyPress is going to be your best asset here on this project. Slow and steady will win the race. As you see bubbles appear on your heat transfer, you'll know it's down. So notice I'm giving it, 3 to 5 seconds per letter, per few letters. It's already going down, and this is incredible. So I'm just slowly going around here. It's gonna be awesome. Now these close call edges is that where I get worried about. I'm like, whoo, close call edges.
So we've had friends, you don't have to, if you don't have like this specific sign, or you don't want to
use
go out
what
and
you
buy it,
got.
but you have, let's say a wood round. Or
use a wood round.
You have a tray, a serving
Use
tray.
a tray.
Use what you have, friends. You don't have to go out and buy exactly what we have. We just want you to use these techniques, especially with this challenge that we've got for you all. We want you to expand what you know, take what you know and expand that. And we want you to challenge yourself to use multiple techniques in one craft.
Yeah, look at that. We're using multiple techniques that you may choose to never normally do, that you'll be able to do today because you're pushing yourself. So that's what we want. We just want you to try new stuff. Like I said, you could try one of these, you could try all of these. There's no specific criteria. We're pretty easy to get along with here, right, Lauren?
Oh yeah, we're super easy.
We're easy to get along with. We just want to see participation. We just want to see participation.
Jackie says, how would you make this food safe?
That's a hard question. It depends on what you're looking for. There's so many opportunities to do. Food safe means so many things to so many people.
Yeah.
So I'd just like to stay away from food safely.
Yeah.
And then look, okay, here's what I want to talk about. Say this isn't staying down. Look at this. Lay it back down. Grab your mini EasyPress. I'm going to give some pressure over here to my S. Light pressure. Move it around. Boom. Boom.
Okay, while you're pulling that up, Lynn says, why HTV over permanent? What is the reason? Is there a true advantage?
Yes, there is a true advantage. And let me explain. When you use heat transfer vinyl on this design, it's heat activated, and that's what makes the adhesive truly permanent. I mean, when you feel this, like I wish I could invite you all over to my our studio here and just feel it. Because when you feel this, you're going to see why this would outrank competitors, why this would last longer in your home, why it's better, what makes it better. I mean, look at this dry brush technique. This is our sample. I think her dry brush definitely turned out better than mine, but that's okay. You can kind of see they look totally different. Like for the same. I mean, they look totally like very different looks and like different stains and things like that. I love them both.
I like them both. It's just a different,
very different.
That's one of the differences in people, differences in artists.
For sure, and that's welcome either way. So both of these are incredible, and y'all, we did it with 1 minute to spare. Wow, wow, wow. I know we just blew through this. I'm gonna bring the one I made and come over here to hang out with you. Holy cow.
Move mine.
I couldn't believe that we did it.
I'm proud.
I'm like
impressed. A proud mother right now.
Of the entire team.
Yes.
Helping us get this prepped.
Yes.
Making sure this is awesome. Go Caitlin, go Alicia, for everyone just putting in their hard work to make this.
Oh, absolutely.
Amazing. What did you guys think of this project? Like, has there been from your consensus, how do you feel like has everyone been on page?
Yes, I feel like everyone that's been crafting with us has been there. We've seen, someone said they feel inspired now.
Yay, we're so happy.
That's
what we're here to do.
That is the heart of our company.
Yes.
That is why we come live to you, not every single day, but why we put so much effort.
There's so much time, money, energy, resources that go into bringing the show to life.
Yes.
Every time we go live, we want it to be a 10 out of 10. So we love that. So we want to see you guys make this. We want to see this in your home. We want to see what you're going to do different, how you're going to do it. How can you take some of those basic Cricut principles and bring it into a real life project? Like, that's what I want to see. I would argue the design would probably be my favorite thing as a newbie to say I did it. okay, Tanner kind of shared with me, I'm going to use this font, I'm going to use this font, I'm going to design something, I'm going to pair it together, I'm going to attach it, I'm going to cut it. I mean, you could do regular vinyl. We could have simplified this in a few different ways.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't have to bring out the paint stain. We didn't have to bring out the dry brush. We didn't have to bring out the sanding.
Nope.
But we just wanted to throw some curveballs in there.
That was our whole thing, is pushing your creative ability.
Yes.
Teaching you new techniques to bring to those customers. If you have customers, if you craft for a job or a side hustle, or if you craft to bring your friends gifts.
Oh yeah, this would be an amazing housewarming. This would be an amazing like any of that. Wedding gifts, hello, that would be incredible. I've been to many weddings where there's not any gifts that people bring, so like this would be a great one for you to, you know, show up and show out with. But I'm sure you all take care of your friends and family very well. So we love that. We love that. What questions? Let's open it up. We do have a minute or two for Q&A at this point.
I really didn't think we were going to have time for Q&A.
Yeah.
There was a question earlier, and I'm not going to go back and read it word for word.
Okay.
But someone asked about sanding wood that was already varnished. Like if you were wanting to put heat transfer vinyl on wood.
That's already sealed?
That's already sealed.
It depends the sealer, honestly. I want you to, if you're still watching or if you're just here and you're like, I want to take this in too, if you can feel your wood and you feel like that is something that the heat would, like if it's really slick, that would indicate to me that it's too thick and you could actually make it look like burnt.
Well, yeah, but you could also probably take a little corner of that wood
and try it
and like just put some heat to it, but be very careful.
If you've already sealed your wood, do the same project with adhesive vinyl because it's already sealed wood. Why not? I mean, it's not bad. We don't choose heat transfer vinyl over regular vinyl because you couldn't use regular vinyl. I choose heat transfer vinyl on wood because I think it's my favorite. It's like a personal favorite of mine. You're gonna get the best results. It's gonna last for a while, and we love that. So yay! Loren says we need to put the Makers Learn logo on the big blank wall there. Oh, we could put a little bubble. We are honestly trying to be a little minimal at times. We don't. You know where you're watching.
Yeah.
We love it. Somewhere in one of these corners, I think there's a little light bulb thanks to YouTube. So we love it. So we love it.
Yeah.
What do you all think of the set? We still are obsessed with it.
Oh,
I'm still
totally
obsessed with it. The new. I was looking at videos of like just a few months back before the new cameras. We were on Struggle Bus.
So hard on.
But we didn't know we were on Struggle Bus because like those cameras were really expensive.
I know.
These cameras are really expensive too.
But we're bringing you all the best.
Yes.
We like to bring our people the best.
Yes, and Jackie, we making this food safe. There's such a debate. We're not even gonna open that can today.
We're not gonna open the can of worms.
We're not. You're going to have to research that. There's a lot of different options. Food safe means so many things to so many people.
We've done a few videos on some of the stuff. You can just go back and watch and make your own decision.
Do you sand before you paint the wood? So I actually sanded the painted wood. So that was the distress look. That was part of the distress technique. AKA you could fix some of the things you messed up on or anything like that. If your wood is really rough, let's talk about that. You have to do heat transfer vinyl on smooth wood surfaces. You also have to apply what? I'm scared.
Somebody said we match head to toe.
We had no idea. I didn't even notice it. No, that's so funny.
Sorry. Comical interruption.
Okay, back to what I was talking about. Even if you're using adhesive vinyl, you must make sure that it's smooth vinyl because if the vinyl's not, it's not going to stick to rough surfaces. Okay, so it's funny. We're normally always in black. Like this is, I mean, we're the green. We both wanted to go out with like POW today. We just both were green.
Yeah,
I love it. Oh, it's so fresh, clean. I love it. Thanks, Jill.
Crafton Wives Creation says my absolute favorite set. That's what we were going for.
Oh, did you design the new set? So, everybody put in input, kinda.
It was one of those things where Courtney had this idea in her head, and she was like, she brought it to Tanner and I and said, I really like this. What do you think?
Like, it was pretty much, can we go completely other spectrum. Like, and we were like, actually, this makes sense.
Oh yeah, because we were going more for like the conference vibes.
Yeah.
Like the way that the new conferences are set up. We liked the idea of being able to do Q&A. Yes. There were so many of our friends that said, who's the floating voice?
Yeah,
like, who is that? We want to see them.
Odd.
So we thought, well, why not have a
little podcast talk show area, and then we can do the craft table, and then the set kind of highlights.
Flows together.
Yeah, it highlights more of just like design. So Courtney had the idea of like some odd shapes, and then our graphic designer helped place some of where the actual things were. I mean, Lauren brought in the awesome idea for a pop of something over here, and I think it pulled it together, make it look clean. So everyone kind of, I mean, it's a family affair here. Like everyone's contributing, everyone's throwing in their tips and things. So we love it. But today, here's the deal. If you're watching and you're like, whoa, I really want to be a part of this community, how is the next step? Like, how do I start my journey at Makers Can Learn? It's the dollar deal. It's $1. It's 100 pennies. I don't know how else to say it. You're going to get 20 cut files or fonts of your choice. That's 5 cents a download. You can make this whole project with 4 download credits, just to give you a kind of recap. So 4 of your credits, that'll leave you with 16 other credits today, where you're able to peek around, try out some other designs, search on our library. There's a lot of great things coming. I will say our new director of marketing and Courtney are working on, have you seen the mock-up of the new site?
I've seen bits and pieces of it.
I've only seen bits and pieces
of
it. I'm really excited. We had a great team audit our website at the end of last year, and they had so many great feedback pieces and things that we wanted to kind of use and make it a better experience for you. Like that was kind of the synopsis. So we took that and we're really running with it. So we're really excited.
So our 2022 really is new everything. Like we
are cleaning up, just improving, you know, trying to get to a place where we feel really confident in our whole journey. Not that anything's wrong, but just making it better.
Like making it better for you all, making it more user friendly, making the videos more aesthetically pleasing for you guys, making
better
the website
quality, making the website great, making everything smooth and fresh.
I guess I should back up and say not new, but becoming our best self.
I mean, this version of the site's been here for about 3 years.
Yeah.
And it looks that way. Like, you know, like we just want it to be like, boom, like even easier, even better. There's been some really good tools that we're looking to partner with to make that new member experience even better and explain everything in detail so no one's lost. Like we want to help you all so much. So that is incredible. We cannot wait for all of that goodness, and we are so excited. So if you have not tried out the membership, you have nothing to lose. You can cancel at any time. $1. Make sure to cancel in 30 days if you don't want to keep it, or you'll automatically go to monthly tier status where you're getting all of those new releases. I don't know, we don't talk about it a lot, but every Thursday there's something new.
Yeah, every Thursday.
There's either a craft challenge there, which is tomorrow, so we have another craft challenge you can participate in. We have new fonts, we have new cut files. You get over 100 pieces of artwork added to the site every single month between a member-only choice collection. You get a curated collection from your Makers Can Learn family, and then you get a font collection. So hypothetically, Lauren, say you join the website today and you're like, I want more geographical locations, you know, outlines. You would put that in the requested area, and then boom, the next release will add that in for our team. So if you need like something specific, you can just pop that in there, and we work through that. So we listen to your request. We come up with some really great things y'all didn't even know you needed in our collection release.
Yeah.
There's some pretty great like printable items in there. 3D projects like the flowers yesterday.
Oh yeah. I think the 3D projects are really underrated.
We have an initiative, a project in-house right now that we have a friend out of Florida. She is recreating every one of our 3D projects and giving in-depth and step-by-step instruction.
I know.
That you only get if you're a member.
They can be intimidating. I mean, no, if you're not a paper crafter.
That's what people were commenting on yesterday's video. Oh, I've cut this out, but I didn't know how to piece it together. She walked them through it. So yeah, all of our 3D projects will, over 20 of them already have supporting videos. We're just pouring in more and more, giving y'all more and more. We love it. We love it.
We're pushing forward for you all.
Phil, thank you so much. You all are awesome. The membership actually pays for itself for real. Yay!
So I do think before we leave our friends, we need to remind them about the $100 Amazon
Oh my gosh.
gift card.
We talk about so much in an hour.
I know.
So at the beginning of the live stream, I did let you all know, if you'll recreate this project with me, we're going to pick one friend in the next week. So you have until next Wednesday in the member only Facebook group. You can go over, post your project, and then after you post your project, one of us we'll choose one person to win a $100 gift card. This could be international, local, any, US based, all members.
And you also said if you were non-member.
If you're non-member, join the dollar deal and use the artwork of your choice. Email us in a photo. We will put that in the entry as well. So either way,
and I'm going to drop that email.
Everyone's able to get involved. hi@makersgonnalearn.com. Miss Lauren's putting it in there. I said Miss Lauren because like you're with our kids.
It's okay.
Sorry. I love it.
I'm used to it. Listen, I've been Miss Lauren since I was like 16, working at Girls Inc. and everywhere else. I've been Miss Lauren.
Wait, did they call you by your last name at your other job?
No. I've always been Miss Lauren. I don't go by my last name.
I didn't think
Miss
so.
McCoy was my step grandmother's. She was a teacher too, so she was Miss McCoy. I was always Miss Lauren.
Okay, I love it. That's what our kids call her too. So anyway, I hope you all have a fantastic day. We'll see you back here real soon at the Makers Gonna Learn YouTube channel, and I hope you all have an amazing kickoff to February.
Yes.
So bye guys.
Bye.